Hello everyone, this is Gary and hope you all doing well. In today's video, I'll be talking about intermittent fasting with keto diet. So if you like the video related to intermittent fasting on turtle health, I would like to request you all please do like, share, subscribe this channel so that I will come up with more and more with content. So here we begin, let's go. Cutting carbs and fueling the body with fat is a popular diet strategy called the ketogenic diet, or keto for short. But you but if you have already found weight loss success using this approach, you may be thinking of taking things up a notch and combining keto with intermittent fasting to bust through a plateau or improve your result. So, is this something you should try? The short answer is maybe. Though you should know up front that there is a lack of rigorous research on this combined approach and it has not been proven to work for weight loss. So experts say it could make sense, though the lack of research means you may want to think twice before delving into this eating approach. Now, what are the basics of the ketogenic diet? Scientists originally designed a keto diet in the 1920s to help control seizures in children with epilepsy. This version, called the classic ketogenic diet or the long chain triglyceride diet, specifies eating 3 to 4 grams of fat for every 1 gram of carb and protein. The version of keto many are using for weight loss today is a little different in that it is a high fat, moderate protein, and a very low carb plan. Fat makes up about 80% of the daily calories, and you will aim to consume between 20 gram and 50 gram of net carb each day, depending on your personal needs. A typical keto diet food list ditches more carb even healthy foods such as fiber rich whole grains and most fruit, while prioritizing fats such as avocado, olive oil, grass fed beef, and even bacon occasionally. The idea with this eating plan is to transition your body from one that burns glucose for fuel to one that relies on fat for energy. This state is called ketosis or being keto adapted. While the keto diet appears to lead to quick weight loss in the short term, critics say that much of that is water weight and point out that long term research on people using keto for weight loss is lacking. Some available research shows that keto is no more effective than other diets for weight loss. It is also important to note that many of the claims that keto can treat health conditions other than epilepsy, such as cancer, high blood pressure, polycystic ovary syndrome, diabetes, and neurological disease like Alzheimer's disease. Now, how does intermittent fasting work? Intermittent fasting is a diet approach in which you plan specific time when you are not eating. There are several ways to do intermittent fasting, which some people simply call intermittent fasting. For instance, some people may follow the popular 5:2 intermittent fasting, for which 5 days are normal eating and 2 are extremely low calorie. Other plans call for not eating for a 24-hour period, and still others involve what is known as time restricted eating, such as eating for 8 hours and fasting for 16 each day. When it comes to intermittent fasting, exciting research is emerging, including the role that the approach may play in treating obesity and insulin resistance. So, the authors of that review conclude that there is a lack of high quality evidence on the health effect of intermittent fasting and that it's still unclear which type of intermittent fasting is best to follow. Now, why combining intermittent fasting with keto has become popular for weight loss? Doing keto or intermittent fasting can help with weight loss in the short term. Though each diet is very restrictive, so they certainly are not for everyone. But how about combining them good to be better than one? First, in some experts' view, it makes sense to pair the two approaches. The keto diet increases level of ketones in the body. During time of fasting, ketones are also increased. The brain will rely less on glucose for energy when in a state of nutritional ketosis. Therefore, the transition into a fasted state eventually becomes seamless after eating low carb or ketogenic for a few weeks. Now, this is a strategy that practitioners patients on a Cleveland Clinic functional ketogenic program in Ohio, adding intermittent fasting can take things up to the next level. That next level may be overcoming a weight loss plateau, as people may eat fewer calories when doing intermittent fasting. It can also be a natural progression from a keto diet for those who feel satiated eating so much fat and are not bothered by shrinking their eating window. Now, why should try an intermittent fasting keto approach? Anyone who has been on keto for more than 2 weeks and would like to add intermittent fasting may do so with the okay from their healthcare team. Notably, it may not be appropriate for people who are following keto as part of a plan to address prediabetes or a diabetes. Asking these patients not to eat for a significant amount of time can be dangerous also if you have chronic kidney disease or a history of eating disorder, are undergoing active cancer treatment, or are pregnant or breastfeeding. It's unlikely that you are a good candidate for this combined diet plan. Even the individual diets keto and may not be recommended for these people. Check with your healthcare team. If you are not currently following the keto diet and are happy and feel good with the way you are eating, you do not have to add intermittent fasting. Now, the right way to start an intermittent fasting keto diet. So, at the Cleveland Clinic, practitioners do not advise people to start both keto and intermittent fasting at the same time. It's a huge shock to your system to switch from glucose as fuel to ketones. And implementing intermittent fasting is a significant change. So, for that reason, people start with keto. Then, after being on the diet for a couple of weeks to months, they might consider adding intermittent fasting. It's also important to choose the correct timing. For their patients, suggested 12 to 16-hour fast. For many people, not eating 12 hours a day, say overnight from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., is a natural habit anyway and does not require skipping meals. To start, consider delaying breakfast to get your body accustomed to going longer stretches without eating. When you have adjusted to your new eating pattern, reintroduce breakfast earlier in the day and extend your overnight fasting time, as eating breakfast not only leads to better cognition but also improved metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Now, a simple menu of keto and intermittent fasting. If you have gotten the green light from your healthcare team and want to try this combined approach, you might be wondering what you will eat. Your instincts are right. This diet is all about the timing. So, the plan might look like when done with the time restricted eating in a 16-hour fast, 8-hour feed pattern. This approach is not the only way to do intermittent fasting. There are many ways to fast. For example, you can also do a 12 or 14-hour daily fast. In this plan, you will see that snacks are optional. Also, keep in mind that your carb, protein, and fat needs to stay in ketosis depend on your individual health. Working with a registered dietitian familiar with keto intermittent fasting can help you determine those ratios. Day 1, 10 a.m. black coffee and scrambled egg topped with avocado slices, water all morning. 1 p.m. large leafy green salad topped with tablespoon of olive oil, vinegar, and 3 ounce grilled salmon. 3 p.m. 1/4 cup macadamia nuts, which is optional. 5:30 p.m. chicken leg with skin. 1/4 cup of cooked wild rice, and 2 cups of zucchini cooked with olive oil. Now, day 2, 10 a.m. plain hot tea and a keto friendly smoothie, water all morning. 1 p.m. 3-ounce grilled chicken breast, half a plate filled with broccoli and cauliflower drizzled with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a whole avocado. 3 p.m. unsweetened coconut chips. 5:30 p.m. 3-ounce seared tuna cooked in olive oil on a bed of Asian coleslaw topped with a drizzle of olive oil and sesame seeds. Day 3, 10 a.m. black coffee with keto chia pudding, water all morning. 1 p.m. 3 egg omelette stuffed with half a pepper and spinach. 1 cup cooked in 1 tablespoon olive oil, topped with half an avocado, and half cup sliced tomatoes on the side. Now 3 p.m. olives optional. 5:30 p.m. large kale salad, 3 cups, with 3-ounce shrimp drizzled with 2 tablespoons of olive oil and vinegar of your choice. So that's all about the intermittent fasting with keto. I'll definitely come in the next video with my other content. Till then, God bless you. Bye bye, and take care of your health.